Peace, fam. This your brother Larry right here. Sorry for the little leave. I've been busy with work lately, but this one right here, man, it just really couldn't wait. See a lot of artists out there picking up that new iPad Pro M1 chip, and I've been using the iPad Pro 2020 for about a year now, and I have a little bit of experience with it, using it as a sketchbook, as y'all seen in my earlier videos. I'm still a traditional artist by all means, but comparing the matte screen protectors that people like to draw on, such as like Paperlike, to just drawing on the screen by itself, as well as putting a silicone tip on top of the tip of the pencil and drawing with that. I just wanted to compare those three things, and we'll just get right into it, so let's go. So let's get right into it. I personally have had this Paperlike screen protector on my iPad Pro from the moment it came out the box. I don't even think I turned the power button on before I put this thing on the screen. So many artists were recommending it, and I'll tell you why. It adds a real paper-like feel to the screen, almost like you're drawing on paper. It even has like a paper sound. So it's really comfortable for a traditional artist to kind of, transfer over. It's matte, so it really does dampen the reflection or the glare on the screen. And it's so smooth, like it's just like paper, man. You glide right over like you drawing on paper. I don't know how else to explain it. If you had one, you would understand. It's like drawing on paper as opposed to drawing on a glass screen. Now, as far as the cons go, and this is something I realized lately just by doing this video for y'all, I didn't even know how pretty and how gorgeous that iPad Pro screen is. It's like, that's the reason people buy these things, mostly is for media consumption, like watching your YouTube videos and your movies. It's a very beautiful screen, and you are completely missing out or negating the beauty of that screen, putting a matte screen protector on it, where you can see how it kind of deflects the light. You really miss out on some of those beautiful colors and those contrast values, all of that stuff there. Also, because it has like a roughness, like a paper texture to it, it really wears down on the nibs on the Apple Pencil, and those things do expire eventually. I think that it took me about 4 months, 6 months to go through my first one before like the metal started showing on it. Then you have to replace it, and these things, it's a $20 value for a 4-pack. So yeah, man, these things ain't cheap, man. It's $5 a tip. So you'll go through some tips using anything that's like a rougher surface, because it's eating off when you scrape it across the surface. It's eating off on the tip. Let me see. Also, it's just it's the most expensive option. Thinking about comparing a Paperlike to maybe a tempered glass screen protector, or later on we're gonna talk about the tip covers. The Paperlike is $40. So I mean, and I'm sure that if you could buy an iPad Pro, you're not stunting $40. $40 not gonna hurt you, but it's just like, we're talking about options here. So yeah, that's all for the Paperlike screen protector. It's I still recommend it. I think it's awesome. I think it's amazing, but I want to show y'all another option later on, so let's get into that. All right, now let's go into drawing on the bare screen. Now, again, I never even knew how beautiful this screen was until I pulled the Paperlike screen protector off, and it's a glaring difference. Like, it's beautiful. I almost would not recommend the Paperlike just for the quality that you suffer from not having, just looking at the bare screen. It's amazing, it's gorgeous. I see, now why a lot of people just buy this thing just to watch videos and stuff like that. It's gorgeous. But moving on to like the artist part of it, I don't even think it's a viable option. The pencil really kind of gets stuck on the screen. It's not smooth. It's not smooth at all. And I'm not saying smooth like latency. It definitely picks up the pencil. You definitely get to draw, smooth lines and all of that there. But it just doesn't feel smooth like drawing on paper. Like, you get one of those nice ballpoint pens, you just run it across the paper. That's what Paperlike feels like. This doesn't feel like that. It feels really rubbery, it feels really cold, it kind of feels like draggy, it feels slower. I don't like it. I don't recommend it at all because of just how it feels compared to Paperlike. Now, another thing is because you don't have the matte screen protector on there to diffuse the light, you're gonna deal with a glare, and depending on where you are, you might be in an area where, let's say you're out and about and you're underneath the light sitting right up above you, or you're out in direct sunlight and got sunset on the screen. Say you're drawing in a park or something, trying to get a last minute project in. So I wouldn't recommend drawing straight on the screen at all. I want to introduce you to another option later on, but as far as the ones we have right now, Paperlike compared to drawing on the direct screen, I would just spend the $40 to get the Paperlike. And I really don't know, because I didn't do it for a long enough time, how long the covers would last if you just draw on the screen instead of using Paperlike. But I would assume because they have pencil tip replacements before Paperlike was even a thought, that they're gonna wear down eventually as well. So that's just, you're gonna end up spending money on those eventually as well. So that's $20 for 4 tips, $5 a piece. So that's drawing on the screen directly. I don't recommend it at all. If anybody else likes that or recommends it or prefers it, man, please get in the comments section and tell me what I'm doing wrong. But we're gonna move on to the last option, which is the silicone pencil tip covers. Finally, we're gonna go ahead and put the gloves on and attempt to find a middle ground between drawing on the raw, bare screen and using the matte screen protector, which is way better. So I was on Amazon the other day and I ran across these bad boys right here, little silicone pencil tip covers. They come like 6 in a pack. If I'm right, it might have been about $8. But if you look on Amazon, you'll see they have a wide array of options. They have 100 packs for like $6. Now, I am a big believer in like quality control, and if I see something that's too good to be true, I'm really not rocking with it. So if you could sell me 100 tip covers for $6 and I could buy 8 of them for $8, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the $8 option and just save myself the trouble. Now you, of course, please, explore all of the options, and if you find that, those 100 tip options are better or just as good of a quality, man, comment below and let me know what I'm doing wrong. So appreciate y'all. So now the tip covers, as they just sit snugly on the pencil, they actually did something for me. I really felt like you got to see the beauty of the screen, and you actually got a taste of that smoothness that you get from the Paperlike screen protector. Now, it's not as smooth as Paperlike, but it's a good middle ground. Also, the greatest thing about it is because they're relatively inexpensive compared to $20 for the tips, because you're gonna wear down the silicone protector instead of the tip itself. So if you kept buying protectors, as long as you like the feel of them, if you kept buying protectors, you would theoretically never have to buy another Apple Pencil tip, which is amazing. I wish I would have knew about this a while back. So what you lose out on is it's not matte anymore, the screen, so you're gonna deal with glares as well. And it's not as smooth as Paperlike, but it's a good middle ground. And I felt personally, I'm going to try these out for a long time before I replace my Paperlike, because I feel like you could get away with these things. Not only on the price part of it, where you're gonna spend less money buying the protectors instead of the tips themselves, but it's not, you don't have to buy a Paperlike, which is another $40 every time you turn around. And you get to enjoy the beauty of that screen. Like it's night and day, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Going from a matte screen protector to just looking at that bare screen is night and day. The screen is gorgeous. I can't say it enough in this video, man. And anybody that has an iPad Pro, or just go to your local Best Buy, your Apple Store, and take a look at that screen, watch a YouTube video or something on there, man. It is immaculate. It's gorgeous. And I know that the new M1 iPad Pros have an even better screen, which I haven't even got a piece of that yet. So I wouldn't recommend putting that on there if you want to, use it for a media consumption device. You want to watch videos on it, you want to do stuff like that, whether you want to look at the beautiful pictures that you take and all of that. But a good middle ground is using the silicone covers if you can get down with the feel. Now, some people, they're not gonna be able to get down with the feel. It feels different than drawing on paper. It does, but it's not as bad as drawing directly on a cold glass screen. And then the sound it makes, oh goodness, it's just, the sound it makes when you rub on that screen really hard. Like, let's say you're trying to think about erasing something. When you erase something on a Paperlike or whatever, it just sounds like you're erasing on paper. It just, when you erase something on a glass screen, you rub on that, you rub the tip on there really hard, it's a very squeaky, and it's almost like nails on a chalkboard, man. It's bad. So yeah, that's 3 options right there, man. You have the Paperlike screen protectors, the bare screen, just using the pencil as I guess Apple intended it to be, and then just putting a cover on the pencil, which adds a sense of control, and it protects the tip as well. So that's the 3 options, man. So let's go ahead and close. Well, that's all I got for y'all today. I appreciate y'all dropping by as always. Go ahead and leave me a like on the way out. Subscribe if you like my content. And listen, man, get in that comment section and tell me which way you use your iPad Pro as an artist. Use a bare screen, use a Paperlike screen protector, or you prefer the tips. And just talk about the pros and cons, man, because I'm still up in the area myself, really. Just trying to figure out, which way I want to go with it. But drawing on the bare screen, man, I don't know if you're gonna be able to convince me about that, but man, do your thing, man. Let's get into it. I'm Larry Rock, man. I appreciate y'all. Peace.